Now before we continue to build out our level, I want to set up the camera so that it follows the player. So basically whenever the player is moving left or right, we want the camera to follow this character so the character doesn't get out of the screen. And I'm going to show you two ways of doing this. One is a sort of straightforward, simple method. And basically we're just going to have the camera copy the X position of the player and call it a day. And that's going to be a simple, quick setup. The other setup is going to be a little bit more complex, and if you don't feel comfortable with some of the ways it's going to set up, don't feel frustrated. It's a little bit complicated, but we will go through the video a few times and hopefully you'll be able to understand it. If not, the simple method will work perfectly fine as well for your game. Okay, so let's start with the simple follow method. And let's click on add component to the camera. We want to add a state machine. And we're just going to have one state called follow. And all we need to do, it's very simple. We want to get the position of the character and then copy that to the camera position. So let's go to variables and let's just define a new variable. I'm going to call this player position X. So that's where I'm going to hold the X value of the player position. So come back to the state. Let's go to our action browser and we want to get position. So that's going to be under the transform category, or you can, like what I just did, you can type in the search here. Okay, and game object, we want a specific game object, which is the player game object. So I'm going to drag that here, and I'm going to assign the X value to the X position pose X variable. And I'll do this every frame. And next I want to set position. Again, it's under the transform category. Double click on it to add this to the state. And we want to set the position of the owner, which is the camera. And we want to use player position X. Make sure that this matches with the space here, which is the world space. And we also want to do it every frame, and let's do it in the late update. So basically, this will update the position after everything else is done in update. Okay, save, and let's play it. You can see that what this simple state machine will do for the camera. So now when I move the character around, the camera will follow it. So we can use this to quickly get started with creating the level, because now we can have a much bigger level and the character is going to stay in the screen. So that's good.